All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. It is 7 p.m. and I call the February 10th, 2025 school board meeting to order. The Holmen Board of Education and the School District of Holmen acknowledge that our schools are located on the ancestral homelands of the Ho-Chunk, Sauk and Fox, and Dakota peoples. We celebrate and honor these lands and their sacred significance to Indigenous people. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Board Clerk Maggie Smith, would you please call roll?
Chris Lau.
Here.
Lindsay Need. Here. Maggie Smith here. Bridget Todd Robbins.
Here.
Barb Wench.
Here.
Kevin Zilke.
Here.
Jennifer Deek.
She's excused.
Khadijah Islam.
Here.
All right, with 6 of the 7 board members present, I declare a quorum. I note that the agenda has been posted, distributed, and sent to the local media. With this in mind, are there any changes to this agenda? I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as published.
So moved.
All right, to Maggie,
Second.
seconded by Bridget. Bridget has seconded to approve the agenda as published. Any discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of the motion to approve the agenda as published, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The motion to approve the published agenda has passed. I'm assuming no public participation tonight. We will move on to recognition and thank you. Dr. Mueller, will present tonight's recognition and thank you items.
Yeah, the first recognition I have is a very important one. It is Bus Driver Recognition Week this week. I just bring light to this because I want to really take time to thank Dan Garrett and Andrea Gulke, who really lead our transportation department, and for all their hard work, because they're not only have been leading the department, but they also have been driving a lot. We're so thankful for the drivers we have, but we are in dire need for more drivers. It's a daily feat to get our kids to and from school, just because, we have a lot of illness going on and other things that come up. And so making sure we even have sub-drivers to fill in when needed. And we really want to keep providing all the after-school opportunities to get our students places to do all their activities also. And it's really getting challenging. And our staff have been amazing with coming up with alternative ideas, but it's just not something sustainable. So if you see your bus driver, thank them. Do whatever you need to keep them bringing you to and from school. So we just wanted to thank them for all they do. Next week is National FFA Week, and we will be having a lot of fun activities going on. I know the high school always does some really interesting things, so watch for that. And there's more than 1 million members across the country that will celebrate the FFA Week and that. So we recognize that of all the club that they do, and just want to support them in continuing their great efforts. And then we have many staff. We're very fortunate in the School District of Holmen. Our staff do amazing things. But one thing is when they go above and beyond to get national certifications, it just really shows the dedication to wanting to improve their growth in themselves. And I just wanted to recognize tonight the many staff that have national certifications. So I'm going to take a minute that we have time just to read off who the staff members are and say congratulations and thank you for all your hard work. Sue Osovich, Elizabeth Dolan, Tracy Dubkowski, Teresa Eriksmoen, Mariana Forseth, Heather Franzini, Robin George, Allison Graham, Anna Hagel, Angela Helget Waddell, Amanda Jensen, Erica Kohlmeyer, Amy Lathrop, Caitlin Leary, Deborah Lowenhagen, Bobby Joe Loomis, Wendy Millay, Amy Marcel, Amy Mather, Jamie Meidel, Caitlin Mosel, Corey Miller, Jerry Stoffer, Diana Stratton, Julie Utz Labakken, and Lynn Wilson. So I just want to say congratulations for achieving such a great accomplishment in your careers, and we are thank you for committing your time to doing that. And then lastly, just a thank you to Ben and Samantha Dilger, who recently donated their Honda Fit to our Holmen High School for their use in the automotive class. So we always like that when kids have those hands-on experiences. So that's it. Thank you.
All right. Moving on to consent agenda items. For the consent agenda, the board has been furnished with background materials for each item or has discussed it in a previous meeting. These will be acted upon with one vote without discussion. Would any board member like to pull an item from the consent agenda to be discussed and/or voted on separately? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as provided.
So moved.
Alicia,
Second.
Maggie, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the consent agenda item, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Nay? All right, the motion passes. Moving on to board debriefs, I will call upon board members and ask you to present any comments or committee reports you have. We will start with Lindsay.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on the appreciation of being able to be the delegate at the convention. I know I didn't get to talk on it at the last meeting, so is that ill? But it was really neat experience, and we were able to pass 10 resolutions, and just to give individuals that may be watching this an idea of different topics, some examples were pathway to licensure, excuse me, for paraprofessionals, early literacy assessments for English learners, consistent standards across all Wisconsin schools, early childhood education funding and public-private partnerships, staff mental health, cybersecurity, and funding for school meal debt. So all very important topics to discuss, and I was really privileged to be able to be a part of that. So that's all I have for today. Thanks.
All right. Maggie?
I have a brief report out from the Wellness Committee, which met on the 5th of February last week. We worked our way through most of the physical activity portions of the policy. We have a little bit left to tackle at our April meeting. But overall a great committee meeting. And then also, it's not a board committee, but on the 4th, the day before, we had the Human Growth and Development Committee. And that one was more of a status update, getting an overview of the health survey that the staff had conducted a couple months ago, and just talking through next steps, which really are to wait for some of the curriculum pieces to come together. So, great committee meetings. Thank you to bus drivers. Nothing else from me.
Thank you. Bridget?
Yeah, I just have an update on our DEI committee. We met today at 5 p.m. Under health and safety in our long-range plan, Jennifer Gimmer gave an update on the hate and bias response team. They officially launched last Monday at the high school after some extensive training this past year. And then there's goals to expand that into the middle school by spring of 2026, and then the elementary schools the following spring. Then under community engagement in the long-range plan, the committee began work on the development of a parent-family liaison team. So we discussed at length the role and purpose of that team, as well as future recruitment. And then I did just want to acknowledge that it is Black History Month. Thank you.
Barb?
I have nothing tonight.
All right. Keevan?
Okay. This Wednesday's early release. That's super fun. French Honor Society has a data match for $3. Students, they take quizzes, and it's like what kind of friend would you like? Oh, I like them to be humorous. And then you figure out who in your grade level and who throughout the school are your best compatibility. Spanish Honor Society has a rose sale, 3 for $1 or 2 for $5, and then delivered on the 14th, Valentine's Day, during advisory. Solo Ensemble is this Saturday. It's a big event. We have tons of people competing every single year. We're one of the biggest schools that compete in our area. It's Black History Month. And then also, Hate and Bias team released their new form, which addresses hate and bias head on. It's a more accessible resource. Unlike Stop It, where you just report it on a broad basis, this one goes very specific and it helps everyone included. And it's on the district page, and there's QR codes, posters in the hallway. Thank you.
Good deal. Khadijah?
I have nothing tonight.
And I would just like to say thank you to bus drivers and transportation. That's a vital, vital role we have in our district, and I don't think we'd perform nearly as well if we didn't have those folks engaged with our students on a daily basis. So thank you again. The board has been provided with notes from the November 6th Wellness and the November 25th Finance Committee meetings. Additionally, the board has been provided with 12 policies from the Finance Committee which have been recommended for consideration. If a board member has any questions regarding the policy, they should reach out to Dr. Mueller prior to the February 24th meeting, where these policies will appear on the consent agenda items. Our upcoming board schedule, we have a board meeting at our regular time on February 24th. We have our first policy meeting in quite a while on March 5th at 5 p.m. We have a regular board meeting again on March 10th, and then a board workshop on March 19th at 6 p.m. So if there's no other business to come before the board this evening, I would make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Barb?
Second.
Second, Kadisha. All right, the motion has carries. We will adjourn at 7:10 p.m.
All right. Get home before the weather gets.
Is that your fastest one or not?
I think that's
Are you going to?
It's fastest.
I
I know
think
there's an
It was
8-minute
extremely fast.
so. Is our meeting on the 14th?
My car is still warm.
I know, right?
I'm not leaving till the 16th.
You got it down to the seconds tonight?
Did you
You
practice?
missed the record by 5 seconds.
Oh, no.
Just maybe.
And actually,
Check with you.
actually, I'm leaving
4
for
minutes.
Florida. I'm gonna go the 10th.
Is that like a
Getting
summer
back
one with
the
nothing on the
13th.
agenda?
Oh, my gosh.
And then I'm leaving for Mexico.
I was thinking, I wonder if other people would be gone.
Because we tried to take my mom down. We didn't go in December because I was in Thailand.
Thank you for coming in.
So,
I know.
Oh.
I opened the garage door, it was
Been trying
snowing.
to
I'm
get
like,
her
oh
down there
boy.
'cause she's
Yeah, I know.
gonna be 87, and she keeps saying, "This is
Did
my
everyone
last
sign
year,"
it?
and we're like,
Yeah.
"You'll be fine."
How's your work life going?